Hi, Islamic Dad here. My tripod is broken, so I'm trying different approaches to recording videos. It's nighttime. I don't want to mess with my car, and so I thought I'd try something different. so um, so I'm going to do a video on something I can't take credit for it necessarily completely myself. It was something that I came across, and I can't remember the title of it, but I'll just call it, walking into the fire. And what it is that there's different ways of handling the, the end of the relationship and the subsequent trauma bond. In the most typical answer you'll hear from people is that after the trauma bond to simply go no contact and then the end. And I find that really frustrating because no contact can mean different things to different people. There's no timeline involved. There's absolutely no support as far as, okay, what do you do a month later when you're just, missing your partner? Or 3 months? Or, 12 months? I mean, and there's no advice on that. And so, the system, the solution that I proposed, and it's one that I've used off and on, is what I call the heavy middle method, where you just accept the pain and dive head first into it. And specifically that if you have a relation, you had the relationship with the narcissist, and you have these different memories from different times. The problem with the trauma bond is that inevitably you're thinking of the good times, and the problem is that when you think of the good times, it just makes it that much more difficult to ever move on and kind of break the trauma bond and start the next chapter of your life. And so with the heavy middle method, it's just like, okay, find the worst, most painful memories and then just focus on those. Don't focus on the good memories. Focus on the worst memories possible, the worst of the worst. And like I said, that I've tried that, off and on. And at least for me, it works. It helps me put things back in perspective. Another solution that I had heard, or advice for breaking the trauma bond, is to think of basically, it's got, still no contact, but basically think, okay, where do I stand with the narcissist today? If I reached out to them, would they want to get back together again? Would they love bomb me? Would they apologize? And you realize, no, absolutely not. They would probably be vicious, rude, dismissive. And so, that's one method to use when trying to break the trauma bond, is just think, okay, today, right now, where do I stand with my ex? Now, the method that I've called into the fire is kind of amazing to me, because it flies completely in the face of all the advice that you read. But if you follow me through the explanation, you'll see it does work, or I mean, it fits. So the idea for kind of just walking face first into the fire is that you don't do no contact. You do full contact. You reach out to the narcissist every day. Every time you have an impulse, you reach out to them. You text them, you email them, you drive to their apartment or their house, you mail them letters, you invite them to, to dates, to movies, to concerts, holidays, you name it. And again, the reaction from the narcissist is going to be vicious. It is going to be them screaming at you to leave them alone, that you're a stalker, that you are pathetic, that you're a loser, that you need to get a life, that you need to move on, etc., etc., etc. But the point with this is that sometimes that's what you need to hear. Sometimes you have these like memories in your head, like, oh my God, I remember when they were love bombing me, and I wish we could go back to that. Yeah, reach out to them right now, and just get the full blow to the face, the venom spat in your eye. I mean, just, you will see how vicious and awful and evil the narcissist is. And the idea is you keep doing that until it just kind of knocks some sense into your head that, like, okay, this is who they are. This person hates me. They despise me. They see me with absolute contempt. They view me as pathetic and disgusting. Maybe they put a restraining order on you. I mean, maybe they block you on every form of social media and every other method of contacting them. They start up the smear campaign again and just tell everyone that will listen that you're completely insane and that you're a loser and stuff. And so again, it's not pleasant at all. But sometimes if you're really stuck in that trauma bond, maybe that's what you need. And if the other stuff isn't working to kind of clear your head, maybe a nice cold dose of reality is what you need. So, I just thought that I'd share that as far as, what I call walking into the fire, because, again, it is the complete opposite of everything that I've read or heard as far as how to deal with a trauma bond. But honestly, it kind of makes sense when nothing else will work. So hopefully this has been helpful.